Imagine standing right here, in the middle of the silent Alaskan wilderness. The air's crisp, biting at your skin. But the view? It's absolutely breathtaking. White as far as the eye can see. But don't let this silence fool you. Beneath our feet, something is buried. Something that has been asleep since long before modern humans built their first cities. And now, in 2025, it's starting to stir. Scientists call it permafrost, the permanently frozen ground. Think of it as nature's giant freezer. For thousands of years, this freezer has kept everything perfectly preserved. Ancient animals, plants, and viruses. Someone, or rather something, is pulling the plug on the freezer. Recently, a team of researchers did something pretty wild. They took samples from the deep ice of Siberia and Alaska. What they found wasn't gold, it wasn't oil. They found the Pandoravirus. And guess how old it is? 48,500 years. Whisper, that's the Ice Age, my friends. The media calls it the zombie virus. Why? Because after sleeping for nearly 50 millennia, when they placed this virus next to an amoeba in the lab, it didn't die. It woke up. It infected. It came back to life. If a virus that old can wake up and hunt again, what else is down there? Enter 2025. We're seeing consecutive heat records. The ice sheets are melting faster than even the worst predictions. This isn't about if anymore, it's about when. We're not talking about a sci-fi movie here. We are talking about forgotten biology meeting a modern human immune system that is, honestly, completely unprepared. You might be thinking, come on, that's just a theory. Ancient bugs can't touch us. But think again. 2016, the Yamal Peninsula, Siberia. A freak heat wave melted the old ice layers. The result? A reindeer carcass that died of anthrax 75 years ago was exposed. The spores released into the air, infected thousands of modern herds, and tragically took the life of a young boy. And that was just the warm-up. Anthrax is bad, sure, but what biologists are really losing sleep over is something else: smallpox. Before vaccines, we often buried plague victims along the frozen banks of Siberian rivers. We thought they were safe there, forever. But with rivers flooding and banks eroding, these mass graves are cracking open. The ghosts of the past are getting ready to haunt us again. And here is the ultimate irony. You know why that ice is melting faster? It's not just the sun, it's us. We need rare earth minerals for EV batteries, for the green energy transition. So we send heavy machinery up north, digging into that frozen ground. We are literally prying open Pandora's box just to fuel our future. It's not just the digging. Mining operations create black industrial dust. This dust settles on the white snow, and basic physics lesson, black absorbs heat. So areas around these mines melt twice, 3 times faster. We are unknowingly building a superhighway for these ancient viruses to escape their prison. But the Arctic is far away, right? Who cares? Lean forward, intense eye contact. The problem is water from that melting ice flows into rivers, then to the ocean. Cargo ships pass through these newly opened northern routes. These viruses can hitch a ride in the ship's ballast water, travel thousands of miles, and get dumped in the ports of New York, Rotterdam, or Jakarta. Long before we even realize, there's a new outbreak. So what's our move against this threat? Run? Hide? No. Scientists like Jean-Michel are doing something that sounds absolutely insane. They are intentionally waking up these viruses. You heard me right. They take ancient ice, fly it to a lab in Marseille, warm it up, and say, "Good morning, sunshine." The goal is to know the enemy before the enemy knows us. Relax, they're not stupid. They don't use humans as bait. They use amoebas, single-celled organisms. The logic is, if the ancient virus can kill the amoeba, it's still infectious. Pause. Ominous whisper. And guess what? These zombie viruses tore those amoebas apart. It proves one terrifying thing. Their DNA isn't broken. Their killing machine works perfectly even after 48,000 years. But here is what makes scientists sweat cold. The Pandoravirus is a giant virus, easy to spot. But inside that permafrost, there are tons of loose DNA fragments. Scientists call it biological dark matter. Slow, emphasized. We don't know what it is. We have no database for it. Is it a new virus, a superbacteria, or something modern humans have never seen? 90% of what's down there is a total mystery. And don't forget, it's not just viruses. It's ancient bacteria, too. The problem is, these guys lived way before antibiotics existed. They have strange natural resistance genes. Imagine a world where a small cut on your finger could kill you because not a single drug in the pharmacy works anymore. That is the antibiotic apocalypse. We always think we are the masters of Earth, but the Alaskan permafrost teaches us humility. We are just temporary tenants who arrived yesterday. What's buried down there are the old landlords of this planet. And now, because we heated up their home, the landlords are knocking on the door. The question isn't if we are ready to open it, it's can we keep it closed?